Welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain on optical fibers, which comes under module number 3 of engineering physics prescribed by BTU. Let us discuss the following points. So, I am going to discuss about optical fibers, principle on which optical fiber works, that is total internal reflection, and expression for numerical aperture of an optical fiber and condition for propagation. So these were all the points that I want to discuss here. Now first let us take optical fibers. So this is the schematic diagram of an optical fiber. So optical fibers are transparent dielectrics essentially used in optical communications as waveguides. Optical fibers are able to guide visible and infrared light over long distances. An optical fiber is cylindrical in shape, consists of two parts. The inner part is made out of glass or plastic and is called core. The outer part is cylindrical in shape surrounding the core and is considered as cladding. The refractive index of cladding material is always lesser than that of core. The cladding is enclosed in a polyurethane jacket which safeguards the optical fiber against chemical reaction and also with surroundings and also against abrasion and crushing. Many such fibers are grouped together to form a cable, and a cable may be consists of one to several hundreds of such optical fibers. So this is what about the optical fibers. Now the optical fibers are works on the principle of total internal reflection. So according to this, whenever a beam of light traveling from denser to rarer medium, if the angle of incidence is greater than certain angle of incidence called critical angle, okay, it reflects back into the same system. That phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. So here we have to consider a beam of light traveling from denser to rarer medium. It is observed that the refracted beam in the second media is bends away from the normal, and it is observed that if theta 1 is the angle of incidence and if theta 2 is the angle of refraction, it is observed that theta 2 is always greater than theta 1. If theta 1 increases, theta 2 also increases. For a particular angle of incidence, say theta 1 is equal to theta c, the angle of refraction, that is theta 2, becomes 90 degrees. By that time, the incident ray such as BO just grazes the boundary which separates the two media, that is along OB dash. If any angle of incidence greater than that of critical angle theta c, so let us consider one of the ray, that is CO, whose angle of incidence is greater than critical angle theta c, such that it will reflect back into the system, that is along OC dash. This phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. See here, N1 is the refractive index of denser medium and N2 is the refractive index of rarer medium. So that is N1 is the refractive index of first medium and N2 is the refractive index of second medium. So here we are having three beams of light, that is AO refracted along OA dash, BO refracted along OBZ or OB dash, and CO refracted along OC dash. And OX dash is the boundary which separates the two media. So this is what the information about this diagram. And as according to Snell's law, we can write N1 sin theta 1 is equal to N2 sin theta 2 for the first beam, that is AO. And for theta 1 is considered as theta 1, and if theta 1 is equal to theta c, then theta 2 becomes 90 degree. Then by applying Snell's law, we can write N1 sin theta c is equal to N2, because sin 90 degree is equal to 1. And hence the value of theta c, that is the angle of, that is the critical angle of incidence theta c is equal to sin inverse n2 by n1. So this is what the expression for critical angle theta c. Next, expression for numerical aperture and condition for propagation. So here is an optical fiber, you can see core and cladding, and let us consider a beam of light enters the optical fiber at an angle say theta naught, that is OA. Let n naught be the refractive index of surrounding media, n1 is the refractive index of core, and n2 be the refractive index of cladding. If for the incident beam OA, that is the angle of incidence is theta naught, so it gets refracted by making an angle say theta 1 with the fiber axis, that is what you can look into this picture, and falls at B at an angle say 90 minus theta 1. And here the angle of refraction theta 2 is observed to be 90 degrees. So that's what you can look at here. So as according to Snell's law, we can write for the first beam n naught sin theta naught is equal to n1 sin theta 1, and similarly applying Snell's law for the beam falling at B, we can write n1 sin theta 2 is equal to n2 sin 90 degrees, that is equal to n2 only. So we can write n1 cos theta 1 is equal to n2, consider that as equation number 2. Then we can write sin theta naught is equal to n1 sin theta 1 by n0, or n1 into square root of 1 minus cos square theta 1 by n0. So here n0 is the refractive index of surrounding media, and hence we can write sin theta naught is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. Here theta naught is called acceptance angle and sin theta naught is called numerical aperture of an optical fiber, which is measure of light gathering capability of an optical fiber. Therefore, numerical aperture is denoted by symbol NA, that is equal to sin theta naught, that is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. Similarly, the acceptance angle theta naught is equal to sin inverse of numerical aperture, that is sin inverse of square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. So for the surrounding media, if it is air or vacuum, then the value of n0 becomes 1. By that time, the numerical aperture Na is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square, and the acceptance angle theta naught is equal to sin inverse square root of n1 square minus n2 square. So this is what the expression for numerical aperture and cone acceptance angle theta naught. Now let us concentrate on the problem. The numerical aperture of an optical fiber is 0.2 when surrounded by air. Determine the refractive index of its core given the refractive index of cladding is 1.59. Also find the acceptance angle when the fiber is in matter of refractive index 1.33. So this is what the problem given. So here the value of numerical aperture of an optical fiber is 0.2, and the refractive index of cladding, that is n2, is 1.59, and n1 we have to calculate, and if the surrounding media refractive index is 1.33, we have to calculate the value of theta naught. So we know that numerical aperture is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. Therefore n1 is given by square root of n0 into Na whole square plus n2 square, where Na is numerical aperture. So substitute the contents in the formula, that is square root of 0.2 whole square minus 1.59 whole square, that is equal to 1.603. That is what the value of refractive index of core, that is n1. And also theta naught can be written as sin inverse of square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0, that is equal to sin inverse of square root of refractive index, that is 1.603 whole square minus 1.59 whole square divided by 1.33, that is the refractive index of water. On simplification, the value of theta naught, that is cone acceptance angle theta naught, is equal to 8.65 degrees. So this is what the solution for the given problem. Calculate the numerical aperture, V number and number of modes of propagation in an optical fiber of core diameter 50 micrometer and core and Tading refractive indexes are 1.41 and 1.40 at wavelength 820 nanometer. So these were all the parameters given. So refractive index of core is 1.41 and that of cladding is 1.4 and the wavelength of incident light entering the optical fiber is 820 nanometer and diameter of the fiber is observed to be 50 micrometer. So what is the value of refractive index V and also N? So we know that numerical aperture is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. So substitute the value of n1 and n2 here, that is square root of 1.41 whole square minus 1.40 whole square whole divided by 1. So on simplification, the value of Na is equal to 0.168. And we know that V is equal to pi d by lambda into numerical aperture. So pi and d values are given and also lambda also be given. So substitute the value of d, lambda and numerical aperture here. That is nothing but pi into 50 to 10 power minus 6 into 0.168 divided by 820 into 10 power minus 9. Then on simplification, the value of V is equal to 32.18 and further the value of N is written as V square by 2. So V square by 2, that is 32.17 whole square by 2. So the value of N is finally becomes 518. This is what the solution for the given problem. Thank you.